So the first habit is I don't eat when I'm not hungry, and I only eat when I'm like really hungry. I often don't remember to eat unless I really feel it in my stomach and I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. And then I realize that, oh, it's like 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything all day.
Clara claims to be all about body positivity, self-love and feminism, which sounds great, but her fans have come to find out that her version of body positivity comes with a few, let's just say, terms and conditions. She claims that it is okay to be skinny and that she is naturally skinny.
I'm a naturally skinny person. I have never gained weight since my adult life. I've never have to worry about my weight. I've never have to worry about what I eat. I feel healthy. If skinny privilege is a thing, I can be called a skinny legend.
But then releases a video about how she healthily stays skinny by having interesting eating times.
I often don't remember to eat unless I really feel it in my stomach. I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. And then I realize that, oh, it's like 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything all day.
She talks about how double standards can be harmful, but then made a joke about DV and how she would ignore it if it were the woman doing it to the man. And she talks about how harmful it is for you to emphasize on a particular body part, but then she made her entire social media pages about her certain body part. So let's dive into the enigma that is Clara Dao. Clara Dao was born on 29th August 1998. She's a Vietnamese-Canadian TikTok star best known for posting videos about body positivity. Her Clara Dao TikTok account has more than 2 million followers, down from over 3 million before she became problematic. She also runs a YouTube channel with over 4 million subscribers and 3 billion views. She has gotten a lot of followers and subscribers by making short videos about how you should love yourself regardless of how you look. The reason she went viral in the first place is because her body doesn't really conform to the beauty standard. According to her front side is flat. And yes, I'm going to admit that beauty standards are really messed up. But Clara's body doesn't necessarily conform to the particular beauty standard that requires fullness in the chest area, and because of that, she went viral. She helped a lot of girls love their bodies more, appreciate their bodies more, regardless of how they look. Because no matter what you do in this life, you can never win when it comes to beauty standards. So she has to be commended for spreading such a positive and powerful message. I've watched her in the past and I liked her message until one day I simply no longer did. She had a way of uplifting girls without necessarily reducing men, until she eventually turned to that red pill pothole of trying to uplift one gender by abusing the other. And that is not body positivity in any way. Clara should know better when it comes to this particular conversation, but then she just does it back to back because it makes her feel better, but then there's a difference between being positive and you just reducing the other person to feel better about yourself.
Talking to me like I'm like new to the music industry. I'm not. You are.
Then her content got repetitive. She started emphasizing on the fact that she has a smaller chest, and yet she has said multiple times that it is not good to nitpick a particular body part. I think she does it because she knows that seeing a lady with a flat chest in this day and age is so rare, so she uses it to get more views and engagement. Problem is, she had already said that she didn't like it, so it's a mystery why she kept bringing her chest up. All her videos focused on the fact that she had a smaller chest. One of her worst videos is where she goes on and on about how she has nothing to offer somebody's son. There's a difference between being body positive and making your body the entire conversation. Speaking of other people's sons, let's discuss her boyfriend. Things started to take a turn when Clara got into a relationship. At first, she insisted she would make it private. She wouldn't really share her relationship with the world. Now people change. Someone can have an opinion on something today and then change that opinion the next day. But 3 months into their relationship, she started showing her boyfriend on her social media, which is why it got a little bit tricky. She probably started showing him because she was losing relevance. But when Clara and her beloved started making videos together, they began acting like teenagers when they are obviously not. Clara is 26 and her boyfriend is thought to be 24 because she says her boyfriend is younger than she is. From their behavior, it seems their relationship was created for clout. I know that's hard to quantify, but Clara was losing relevance and then suddenly her page quickly turned into a montage of relationship drama and boyfriend validation after like 6 months of dating. If this isn't clout chasing, I don't know what is. One of her Instagram posts include her going on and on about how what her boyfriend thinks about her restricted chest size doesn't matter and how she loves herself regardless. Fans of course called her out, pointing out that a truly confident person doesn't go on and on about how they don't care what their significant others think. Her boyfriend once asked her a question about her flat chest, and she made it seem like he asked a very offensive question. Maybe the question was offensive, but if they're dating and are extremely close and in love like they want us to believe, this should have played out differently. She then made a video about how you should support men regardless, which is kind of ironic because she later posted a video making fun of men as DV victims. This video is quite insensitive because regardless of your gender, you can be a victim of DV, and the fact that she can joke about something like this is beyond me. A lot of people have called her out on various social medias, but this video is still up to this date. Then came the hair scandal. Clara made a video supporting Iranian women who are protesting for women's rights because a lady was brutally unalived for not wearing her hijab properly. And you know what Clara did? She turned on her phone, filmed herself cutting off literally 2 split ends, which was the entirety of her activism, and then posted the video. And no, I'm not joking. This actually happened. This is such a clear example of virtue signaling. If it wasn't a serious issue, I would think she was being satirical. There were literally people shaving their entire hair to support this particular protest, and Clara decided she needed to hop onto the bandwagon and cut off a few split ends. Why she thought her participation necessary is still a mystery. And we haven't even discussed the oddest thing about Clara. She made a video showing how she stays tiny. Only problem is, her methods involve inconsistent eating.
As a society, I feel like we overfeed ourselves a lot.
Now Clara has claimed multiple times to not have problematic eating.
Trust me, I have read a lot about this. I have learned and educated myself a lot about health and fitness and nutrition. So I can speak about this with confidence that this is healthy. And I'm not advocating for starving yourself. I'm not advocating for restrictive eating.
But in this video, she advises her viewers that if they want to look as small as she does, the secret is to ignore hunger signals and only consume food when you're extremely hungry, preferably at night at 7 p.m. Can you imagine intentionally eating nothing until night time? I truly thought Clara was naturally like that till this video. And then I looked closer and suddenly I could see the signs of disordered eating that she still insists she doesn't have, because such behavior never fails to leave signs. Our body needs food to burn and make energy we can live off of. It cannot be health depriving oneself of energy to look a certain way, because every human requires a particular amount of food, which is how the 3 meals a day system came up.
Because back in our hunter-gatherer day, which is like hundreds of thousands of years ago, we didn't have food lying around. We didn't have an abundance of food. We had to actually work really hard to find the food. And food is like some day you can eat, other days you can go 1 or 2 days or even longer without food.
The funny thing is Clara insists she's not trying to promote restrictive eating. I'm not sure she understands that stopping yourself from giving the body the sustenance it needs, ignoring serious hunger pangs until 7 p.m. when it's given up hope, is restrictive. She says we should eat like we did during the hunter-gatherer days, but there's a reason their lifespan was so short. I mean, she also claims to have a healthy relationship with food in the next breath, so she's definitely a fascinating creature. But she didn't stop there. She then went on to explain that she has a problem with the way people eat, meaning eating breakfast, lunch and dinner, and finishing everything on your plate is too much in her opinion.
So I never finish my food whenever I go out. There's always some food left.
She also added that if we keep eating when we're not hungry, we will gain weight. When did body positivity leave the room, I wonder? This is a very wrong message to pass on to her audience full of young girls. She did add a disclaimer in the video saying that it was not meant for younger girls, but she knows for a fact that younger girls are following her and they're not really going to stop watching a video from their favorite influencer because of a disclaimer. And this video is still up on the channel even though people have expressed how they really feel about it. It's probably still up because it's a sponsored video and maybe she signed a contract that she cannot take the video down regardless. Clara has also said that she would never open an OF. This proclamation was part of her body positive agenda. I personally have nothing against OF because life is hard, you know? If someone decides to use the body they own to succeed, more power to them while the rest of us remain bitterly poor. But the same Clara Dao who said this has a Patreon where she posts bikini photos, so she's currently earning from this particular thing that she saw she will not do. What she's doing isn't OF, but she's involved herself in the spirit of OF just without joining the platform. The fact that she once preached how bodies are sacred and don't define us, but is now primping herself up for views and money, essentially doing body capitalism, is ironic. Clara also likes to lean into the narrative that she looks like a teenage boy or a girl. She's 26, so it's creepy on so many levels, but she acts and dresses like a teenager because she has a smaller body, and she's primping herself up and making herself look like a child. So of course there's a certain subset of disturbing people that you know are patronizing her Patreon to look at stuff like this. Now Clara is not at fault for the people that are looking at her, but she doesn't help when she leans into the teenage dream narrative. At 26, she sure knows about the existence of disturbed humans. She simply doesn't care, as long as her bank account sings. She's no longer getting the views she used to get. People are moving on from her, which is probably why she's resorting to such extremes. Only, she makes really troubling videos, so I don't know who she expects to stick around. The best part is she's now done a complete 360 and gotten a boob job. She says she got that work done for fun.
So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money so I could finally afford a boob job? No, let me tell you the real reason why I did it. And it comes down to one word: fun.
Yes, she underwent a dangerous procedure that many don't walk away from for fun. I don't know, but has she heard of skating, painting, or kickboxing? Hell, even swimming with sharks is safer than plastic surgery. And while she was going on and on about how she's happy with a small chest in her previous videos, it seems she truly wasn't and wanted to do a Kylie all along. Of course, her channel content has shifted, and now she's making plastic surgery content because body positivity is dead to her now. The hypocrisy is so loud, my ears are in pain. Fans have pointed this out to her, but as far as she's concerned, anyone not happy about her boobjob is a hater. Never mind, some of her videos mention she got the plastic surgery to please her boyfriend, when she has a whole video talking about how his opinion of her previous flat chest doesn't matter. It's even worse than we all thought. It seems like she's enlarged her eyes, had lip fillers and thinned her face, because her before and after are night and day. Her new content is now about breaking up with her boyfriend.
We broke up. It happened really fast when I was in Manila. It happened very suddenly. I feel like it's some kind of universe intervention, because I legit did not see it coming.
Given her history, the breakup might be for views, but whether real or not, she's milking it for all it's worth in true Clara Dao style. One can only wonder how much lower she'll go to chase that bag. It does seem like her plan from the get-go was to get onto social media, make money off of her small chest so she could afford the boob job and the other surgeries she really wanted.
I am fucking crazy. But I am free.
The sickening bit is Clara could have gotten rich and famous making comedy skits and such. She didn't have to abuse the body positivity movement, she just chose to. Anyway, I should stop before I turn red and start spouting steam. What do you guys think? Thanks for sticking around. Till next time.